My name is Stefan. I'm an IT engineer working in Antarctica. These are my experiences. Hello! This week I'll be doing something slightly different. I'll be doing something called Gash, which is a horrible name in my opinion. Apparently it means gallery and scullery hand. It's a naval term. There are a lot of naval terms here, like smoko. Apparently that's a naval term. I don't know if that's true or not. I've never been in a navy. So smoko is a meal between breakfast and lunch, around 10 to 11. I guess it's where you had smoke breaks traditionally, but now it's just food because not that many people smoke. But anyway, so Gash, gallery and scullery hand, apparently. What that is basically helping out in the dining hall and in the kitchen. So helping out the chef with, if they want anything prepared, cleaning things, maybe sweeping up things. There's a whole list that you have to do, emptying bins, things like that in the dining hall. And everyone has a go at doing it. So during the summer, you do it less often because there are more people, about 160 people this summer. So you would do it once every several months, I would say. In the winter, as there are 40 something people, you do it more often. So every couple of months, something like that. It's every day of the week apart from Sunday. Sunday is meant to be what's called communal gash, which is where everyone kind of chips in. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. It depends on how free people are, how many people go to dinner and lunch, things like that. Because if not a lot of people turn up, then there's not a lot of people who are going to be able to help. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do this week in a few days. I can't quite remember the correct day, but let's see how that goes. Not the greatest of weathers today, pretty windy. You can see that flag. So I'm off to do Gash. You can see the snow blowing about. It's not that cold, but with the wind chill, it's probably like 0 degrees. But with the wind chill, it's going to be -6 or something like that. You can see how the snow piles up, making it difficult to walk. You're going to have to dig this out every day. So here we can use the piston bully to do it. Just basically drives through the scoop. But outside our rooms, we can't do that. We have to dig that out by hand because it's too close to infrastructure, and we risk, if you use a machine and drive through, you risk hitting things. It's not really worth doing it now because it will immediately blow back in an hour. So you have to wait till the wind stops and then dig out our windows, which are quite high with snow. It's about halfway up and it's just going to get higher, basically up to the roof. But anyway, off to Gash I go. One of the first things I need to do for Gash is to clean any plates and dishes that were left over from this morning and last night. You can see that there are plates here that I need, all right, plates here that I need to wash. Then these will be, Shay, these will be washed by me. Then they go into this sterilizer, and then they're dried off there and then put out. So these are the steps I need to take. That's the first thing I usually do. And then I will fill up the salt and pepper pots, any sauce pots. So first, to the dishes. It's time to put these dishes into the sterilizer. Just gonna lift that up here. Drag this across. Let's talk about this some more. This may look like a dishwasher, but as I mentioned before, it's a sanitizer, which is why I need to wash things up first before I put them in there. It doesn't actually remove dirt. All it does is it sanitizes things with a chemical and a hot water. It runs for 75 seconds. I thought it was 90, but it's 75 seconds on a normal wash. You see them quite commonly in industrial kitchens. So they're quite easy to use, as you saw me before. You just pull it down and then it just starts going. And this is blue and it will gradually go around until it is fully green. So if you wait a few seconds, this will turn color. There you go, it's going green, and it will go around in quarters until it's done and 75 seconds are over. So yeah, we use these to sterilize dishes, but you always have to scrub them first, which is why I was doing the washing up basically. In the meantime, we've run out of dish soap, so I'm gonna go and get some. There's plenty of washing up liquid, probably enough to last 7 lifetimes. Boxes and boxes full of these. All of these are washing up liquid boxes. Just gonna get this one because it's open, closest to me. There we go. Okay, the soap's refilled, and now I'm opening. Get this out to dry this. I've got all this to dry, and I'm gonna put them out. You can see this cutlery is different from the others in the fact that it has a purple handle or some green tape on the handle. Now, what this means is that these are used for nuts. So we want to keep the cutlery for nuts separate from other cutlery because some people may be slightly allergic to nuts. It used to be the case that people who are allergic to nuts can come down, who are severely allergic that is, and you'd have EpiPens and things like that. I think this policy has changed now, so if you have a severe allergy, then you won't be able to come down. I'm not 100% sure. However, some people are still reactive to nuts, so we try and keep that cutlery separate. Here we have our nut station. Anything to do with nuts is stored here, and the cutlery that I was talking about just goes in there. That's everything from breakfast cleared up. The dining room is empty now. I've cleaned most of the plates. These are clean, ready to be sanitized, but it's no point putting in with just 2 plates. I'll wait till it gets filled up later on during the day. I've wiped down mostly. And now on to my next job, which is refilling any pots that are empty. I've checked all the sources and it looks like they're full. And I spoke to someone who did this job yesterday, who did Gash, and they also confirmed this. So all it looks like I need to fill is the salt, although this is quite full, but I can just top it up. And also pepper. So I'm going to get those and fill these up. Those are full. Salt and pepper. I've just got to do the rest and then off to my next job. So normally one of the things that we refill is this coffee machine over summer, but because it's winter and there's only 40 or so people, we're not using this anymore. What we are using is either instant coffee, if you want to make your own coffee, or this nice espresso machine. This is new, it's in this season, and it makes really decent coffee. So with 40 people, that's enough that it satisfies our need. So we're not bothering this because there was a lot of wasted coffee with it being filled up because you have to fill up basically this thing, or at least half of it, and it just went cold. So yeah, nice fancy espresso machine that we're currently using. One thing I forgot is this, the newsletters. I have to print them out, not as a Gash job, but as an IT person job. Otherwise, they're not going to be any today. So I'm going to quickly do that. Okay, my next job is to empty the recycling bins. This wasn't done yesterday because it was so windy. Now it's not the calmest of days today. So hopefully I can do it myself and not get everything blown away, or I may need to ask for help. So you've got several bins here. You've got plastic, cardboard, which is the one I'm worried about because this stuff blows away. General waste, which I don't have to empty, and cans, which is fairly empty. I've also got glass here, which not too much in there. So I'm going to try and empty these one at a time. I'll start off with cardboard because that's the hardest. The reason I think this may be a problem is that it's emptied outside. And as you saw earlier on when I came in, the wind isn't the nicest today. Let's see how it is. Yeah, not great. Whoa, that is pretty strong. Let's see if I can open the cardboard bin here. Wish me luck. I've got the cardboard bin open. Let's see if I can get the cardboard in it. Oh, well, that was not fun. I nearly lost my phone and cardboard halfway across Antarctica, but the bin is empty. With the rest, it should be easier. Cans may be a bit tricky because they're light, but glass, that should be fine. I can understand why it wasn't emptied yesterday because the winds were even stronger. It was bad enough today. Okay, to the next bin, which is cans. Cans are a bit different. They go into that bag there. So I'm going to have to go out, open the bag, and then bring the plastic bin out, I think, and empty it quickly. So I've got to do 2 runs at this. Otherwise, the cans are just going to blow everywhere. Let's do it. Well, that was thoroughly unpleasant. The cans, some of them blew away. This thing basically got blown over in the wind. So I had to run around and try and catch them all like some kind of Antarctic Pokemon. Managed to do it. Luckily, it was only 3 cans and put them in. But yeah, impossible to film. Needed 2 hands to do it. Oh, that was not fun. Freezing as well outside of the wind chill. Okay, on to the next one, which is going to be bottles. I don't think plastics is going to be viable. It's just so light, it's going to blow away if the other stuff is. Bottles next, and then that's it. I'm done with the bins. Luckily for me, glass just goes outside the door in these. So just going to take these weights off, pour in the glass, and then job done. Okay, that's it. Hands are freezing, but that's the last of the bins for now anyway. I'm going to put glass bin back and then help the chef in the kitchen, which is my next job. Right, time to help the chef. I've just been in the kitchen. The first thing I need to do is the dishes in the kitchen. This is the pile of dishes I've got to do. Time to crack on. Right, that's the dishes done for the chef. It's 11:35 at the moment, so I'm gonna put out some of the food for lunch. The chef's asked me to do it. It's just a simple jacket potato, basically, with the different fillings. So I'm gonna go and get the cheese and put it out, and I'll show you how it's gonna look like. This is the walk-in fridge. Let's go and find the cheese. Got loads of stuff in here. Aha, there's the grated cheese. I'm gonna get this and put it into a smaller bowl because you don't need an entire tub of cheese.
She's doing one in Edinburgh. I think just before I get back. If it was after I would get.
Rather thing you get when you start the booklet.
Oh, okay. Curly. I can't remember what Curly had a good thought, but I can't remember what it was.
Right, the cheese and some of the colder food is out. I'm just going to now write a menu on the board. Okay, there's the menu. It's 12 o'clock, the food is ready, and as a person doing Gash, I get to go first for lunch. So let's do that. Let's see what we've got first. Have soup. Looks great. Time to eat. One of the things that I also need to do when I'm on Gash is to check anybody off station and to make sure that they're not overdue. So the first thing I do is look at the pegboard behind here. Now, there's no one showing as on the runway or around the point, so it's probably no one out. But the next thing I need to do is to check the book over there. You can see there that no one is out. During winter, people sometimes go out. The weather's not particularly good today. It's really windy, as you saw earlier on. And there's not much time you can be out. This is the June times, but the July ones are somewhere around here. I need to find them or get someone to find them, print them and pin them up. So really people aren't going to go out today, but that's one thing that I should do. And then after I've done that, I write what time the board was checked. Looks like someone's checked it at 14:58, which is probably the station leader. I'm going to write now the time and go back to the kitchen. There's a lot of washing up to do. And I'm delayed by half an hour because there was a fire alarm. I didn't manage to film it, unfortunately, because I left my phone. But yeah, that's delayed me by half an hour because we had to leave this building. A fire was detected in this building. There wasn't obviously a fire, but I had to leave it, go to another building, hang around until someone checked if there was a fire, what was going on, wait for everyone to sign in, to muster, to say that they're present. I also have to take notes of any radio chatter that's going on. That's one of my jobs, so I have to note it down and then write basically a transcript. So all of that took 30 to 40 minutes, so it's delayed me in the washing up. So I'm still going in the kitchen, and then after that, I've got to wash in the other place I was in the morning, which we call the Gash hole. So that's going to be next after I finish the kitchen, and then hopefully I can take a break. So I'm going to go on my break. The good thing about Gash is that you get a 2-hour break. So I'm going to be back in 2 hours, and then I'll finish off the washing up. I didn't have time to finish it now because if I did, by the time I came back from my break, it will be dinner time. So I'm taking it now, and I'm just going to finish off drying and washing the last few bits just before dinner. If the fire alarm hadn't delayed me, then I would have been finished a while ago. But anyway, yeah, off to my break.
When I went on to my break, I wanted to see if any of our chefs were free to talk. Luckily, one was.
This is Mike. He's one of the winter chefs. So Mike, how long have you been down here?
Since March 12 this year, so 2025.
Okay, and you're leaving when?
I'm leaving 3 weeks today, so the last Sunday of October.
Oh wow, okay, so you weren't here for the entire season, just the winter then?
Just the winter, yeah. I think that's a better deal overall, So I missed the shenanigans of summer.
Right, okay.
And a huge amount of people on base.
Yeah, that's true. It's about 160 in summer and 40, 41 now in winter?
Yeah, now we've got 40, 42 I think it is, yeah.
Which is more than usual. Usually it's in the 20s.
It's been a busy old winter, huh?
Yeah, it has. Yeah, there are 2 chefs this year, you and Ellis. Normally there's one. So has that made it easier having 2?
Oh, definitely. But next year, just as a reflection, there is I think we've been told there's about 32 for the 2026 winter.
Okay.
And there's only going to be one chef.
Wow. Okay.
So I think that's quite a big ask.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
We've been working it for the last kind of the winter period. When I'm off, Ellis does my days off, so it's pretty much a double shift kind of thing. You do lunch and dinner, and then when he's off, I cover his days off.
Okay.
Kind of vice versa, exactly the same. So,
So with one chef, then you'd have to get some of the non-chef, like the normal members of staff, to do the cooking.
yeah,
I guess.
and good luck with that.
yeah. We've had to do a few cook days here, and some people are better than others.
Some people are keen, and some
Yeah.
people just inherently not keen to do it,
Yeah.
which is totally understandable.
And
you know,
yeah. And not everyone can cook as well at home. Some
Yeah,
people
yeah,
don't
yeah.
really cook. Some people do. So yeah, we'll vary. Yeah, it'll be interesting next year. What happens with that? You've been down south before, down to Antarctica.
Yeah. So this is, I think this is about trip number 5 or 6.
Well, that's a lot of trips.
Yeah. Some too many. I don't know. I'll save that answer for later. But yeah, so I've been to Scott Base, which is the Kiwi base. That was 2 summers and a winter, and the winter was 13 months. And after
13 months of
13
winter.
mo- Oh, the
13-month contract.
13
Right.
month
Okay.
contract.
Right.
Yeah. So after that, I kind of decided I'd never go back for that period of time again. And this is kind of stretching it. This is a 7-month stint. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, and then Rothera, this is my second stint at Rothera. I did a summer last time, and it was actually when Olivier, who's now the catering manager at Bass, when he was doing his winter, he was like the main chef. So he was outgoing and I was incoming with a couple of other guys.
You swapped over with him. Yeah. And how long did you stay here for?
In summer?
Yeah.
That was October until about end of April.
Okay.
So however many months that is.
Right. Okay. So it was a shorter than 13. Yeah. 13 is
definitely. Yeah, it's a long old stint.
Yeah, that's how long I'm doing, 13 or 14 months, depending on when I fly out.
Are you looking for what? Where are you at? Are you looking forward to getting out of here?
Yeah, it's been here a long time. Like I either go out at the end of December or hopefully early December if I can get onto the ship.
Yeah.
Because I like to go to the Falklands, but it depends on if my replacement comes in on time. If he does, then I'll be able to leave. If he doesn't, there won't be enough time for handover, so I'll have to stay to the 28th. And that'll be out by plane rather than by ship. It must be different working in winter in terms of the food available, because I don't suppose you have much fresh food, because there's no boats or planes since, May was the last boat, I think. So how do you deal with that?
So we had 2 tons, pretty much of fresh fruit and veg that the ship brought down. Was it from? I think it was from Punta Arenas.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
So that was all sorts, kind of fresh fruit, veggies, carrots, onions, beetroot, turnip, pears, apples, oranges. So that kept us going for probably a couple of months, maybe.
Okay.
But so that was good. That was really, really good. Say the vegetarians particularly enjoyed that because they weren't having to eat kind of beans and pulses, and lentils and all that kind of stuff all the time. But now it's kind of progressed. We're almost at the start of the first dash arriving. It's been pretty tough over the last few months because unfortunately it's inherently there's not a lot here.
No.
In terms of fresh, for example, there's no carrots, no onions, no lemon juice, no avocados.
No garlic, I think. Fresh garlic.
We've got no fresh garlic, but we've got a little bit of pureed garlic. So yeah, day to day it is a bit tough, and I reckon for you guys eating, it must become a bit monotonous, especially vegetarians.
I wouldn't say it does. I think the chefs have done quite a good job here with the different food, different varied foods. Yeah, there's only a limited amount of things you have anyway, so we understand that. But no, the food hasn't been repetitive, I don't think.
But I mean, overall, I think we've done pretty well. Like we've both really got into making fresh sourdough, so we've got a fresh start down here.
Yeah.
And that's been really, really good. And then we've done a couple of sourdough pizza nights, and usually we've tried to get people involved, kind of get people in the kitchen.
To make their own pizza.
Yeah. And kind of having a few people roll out the dough and kind of tomato on the dough, and then kind of a bit of a conveyor belt, people topping it, and kind of a few people on the ovens, kind of managing the ovens and stuff.
Some taking orders.
Yeah,
I remember
so it's been
nights.
so it's cool. Yeah, it was really real good to do that. So I think possibly one more of them before I leave.
Okay, that'll be good.
Days.
Wow, that'll be good. What are your plans for when you get home?
I'm making my own way home, so that involves just arriving back in Punta Arenas on the Dash. So yeah, I'll hang out there for probably a couple of days, and I really want to book some flights, but I can't because of delays.
Yeah, you won't. The problem here of getting out here is if something is delayed and you've booked a flight, then you can like miss that flight, which is going to cost you money. So you have to really wait till basically on the plane, or definitely going to go before we can start properly booking, which is a bit annoying. But I guess that's one of the things about being in Antarctica. Delays are frequent.
But I'm watching the flights and kind of flight prices and stuff. So yeah, my plan is to go. Ultimately, I'll get up to Panama, and there's a few islands around Panama. I just want to see a bit of sunshine, beach, and kind of bit of snorkeling and stuff like that, maybe.
Yeah.
But I need to be back in the UK by about the 3rd week of November.
Okay.
Then a house sitting for my parents, looking after the dogs, and then probably just before Christmas I'll need a bit of work. But yeah, then beyond that, I'm not too sure.
Would you come back down?
Not straight away. No.
Not straight away. So you want a year off at least, doing something else. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll wait and see. But I think comparing it this season to previous seasons. So when we go across the Traverse, which is kind of the main area to get over to essentially our little playground, where we've got the caboose and kind of a little downhill ski slope.
Which is currently closed at the moment because of a crevasse.
Because of a crevasse, exactly. So in previous seasons that's been open. But I mean, it has been pretty good to be up there. Adventures we've been able to do kind of on the winter trips has involved kind of getting down the crevasse and stuff. That's been pretty good.
Yeah, that was good.
But yeah, I think moving forward, kind of Rotherham might not be quite the same as what it was.
Yeah.
In previous years.
Possibly not, especially if the Traverse remains closed permanently. It would remove one area that people can go off station to. But yeah, we'll see. I guess it depends on whether they can do something about the crevasse and crossing it.
Yeah. What about you? You coming back?
Not straight away. I wouldn't come back for 13 months.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit too long for me to be away. But I would come down for a shorter period, a few months in the summer. Or Halley I would prefer, although there's no IT role there. Only Rotherham has this IT role that's permanent. Yeah, that would have to be created for me to be able to go. Or I come back to Antarctica with another program, not with Bass, but with somebody else who do summers. That might be a more realistic option because they do have IT roles.
Cool.
Them. Yeah.
That'd be real good.
Well, hopefully.
Nice.
All right. Well, thanks for that. It was really good. And
no worries.
Yeah, thanks for your time.
Cool. Thanks very much.
See you later. So that's my break over. I went to the gym in the end. I had half an hour, 40 minutes just chilling out. Then a bit of a run in the gym, about an hour, 50 minutes. And now heading back for the last bit of today. It's dinner time in about 30 minutes. So I need to just finish washing out the pots and putting the stuff out that the chefs want me to do. Just doing one check, making sure everyone's back. Yep, everyone's back in the book, everyone's crossed out, there's no tags on the wall. Just going to mark the time there and then go into the kitchen. So, Alice, what's for dinner tonight?
Come have a look, I'll show you. So we've got pork chops for the meaties.
Oh, that was quite nice actually.
There. And then we've got squash chops for the veggies.
Yeah.
What else do we have? Squash mash, peas, asparagus, a lot of goodies, gravy.
Okay, and for dessert,
we've got
two desserts.
Pumpkin pie and pecan pie.
Okay.
Big dishes.
And coleslaw.
And coleslaw, yeah.
It's quite good. Looks good. Looking good.
Thank you.
Okay.
When I think about yesterday, my oh my, My, oh my.
The last push now, last bit. It's nearly 7 o'clock. And just checking the book one more time to see anything's there, and there's no one that's signed out. We're good to go for the final cleanup, a little washing up, a little sweeping, and then in about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, Gash will be over for me for today. Okay, my work here is done. I've just finished with the last bit of washing up, just throwing this away, and then that's it, just wipe down, and the floor's already been swept by someone else, and that is it. Just gonna wipe this down, wipe these surfaces down up here, and sink top, and then that's it for me. That's me done. I'm gonna go and watch some movies, I think, or maybe a series. I haven't decided yet. Maybe continue watching Stargate SG-1, which I'm currently doing. So yeah, go back to my room, take a shower, and do that. All right. Good night.